Good afternoon, everybody. Happy lunch hour. So, how's your wallet feeling this afternoon? Yeah, CPI printed this morning, Consumer Price Index, inflation. Okay. Remember we were at 7.9% last month? We're now at 8.5, guys. That's year over year. So, since March of last year to March of this year, 8.5% inflation. How does it feel to take an 8.5% pay cut? Yeah. Okay. So please tell me, what is the definition of transitory? Is that from now until forever? I don't know. Let's see, we've heard what? Transitory, we've heard what MSNBC, or is it MSNBC or CNN that said inflation was a good thing? We've heard this being called Putin's price hike. We've heard, this is corporate greed and the companies are profiteering off of bad news. No, let me give it to you. This is Bidenflation, period, the end, no other question whatsoever. Okay. What we're paying now is a direct result of failed policies by a Democrat administration. Convince me otherwise. Somebody come up and tell me, but Trump sat there and added a bunch of stimulus checks too. Yeah, and the highest we had at Trump was 1.7. We're at 8.5, guys. This is insane. And this is the new way of doing this, okay? If we were doing it the way we measured inflation back in the 80s, which we've now matched 1981 inflation numbers, by the way, guys, at 8.5. But if we measured inflation similarly, we'd be up somewhere around 17%. That's way above what we were in 1981. Now, may I remind you of what we were coming out of? That was the OPEC crisis. That was the Iran hostage deal. That was when you were paying 17% to get a mortgage on a house. If you were lucky enough to have money and buying treasury bonds, that's when you were getting paid 20% on a treasury bond. Okay. We ain't anywhere close there. So now pretty much what we have baked in is the next Fed meeting, which is a few weeks away. You can expect a 50 basis point hike. It's pretty much 100% guaranteed. Now, if we don't even if we don't see an emergency rate hike sometime in the next few days, okay, just telling you this. What that means is the money that it costs banks to borrow between themselves, which inevitably is passed on to you. So this goes back to what I was saying a few weeks ago. If you were going to buy a car, if you were going to buy a house, if you were going to do anything on credit, you should have done it back then because rates are going up. Now, you think inflation isn't crazy. I'll give you this. Mrs. P and I went to the store this morning. Looked at lunch meat, okay? Deli not at the deli counter. I'm talking, Buddig or Oscar Mayer or Land of Frost or whatever it was. Okay, your sliced lunch meat that comes in packages. $2.99 for 9 ounces. Break that out. It's about 30 cents an ounce for lunch meat to make a freaking sandwich. All right. So looking at stuff like that, told her, I'm like, that ain't happening. Okay. Sure, just like anybody else, sometimes you want a sandwich. But we're looking at other stuff, and picking it up and putting it back down going, hell no, I'm not paying it. I picked up, this was funny, just looking at prices. Not that we buy this stuff, okay? Little pack of scallops, 6 ounces of scallops, or maybe about a dozen scallops in this package, $25. Are you smoking crack? Okay. This is Bidenflation. It is pricing the American public out of life. If you do the math now, okay, we are basically, life in 2022 is going to cost a family $5,022 more than to do the exact same thing that you did in 2021. Okay. So think about that. If you break that out, that's about $100 a week more just to go through your daily life. Okay? So if you get paid $20 an hour, you need to work before taxes, okay, 5 extra hours a week. After taxes, probably 6. But how many companies are cutting back on your hours? Gee, if we cut back on your hours and get you below 32, then we don't have to offer you benefits, right? Because we see that too. So people are having to work 2 part-time jobs. So what do we have? Not only is everything more expensive, but you'd have to work more hours, but your company's only giving you less. So that makes everything even twice more painful in the wallet. This has gotten insane. I mean, I told you this morning about the idea for how to curb gas prices. That ain't going to work, okay? You know, fighting us on food prices, on anything. I wish I had an answer, guys. I mean, the only thing I can say, and we've been saying this forever, as expensive as everything is right now, buy it at today's prices so you don't have to pay tomorrow's prices. You know, hilarious when the reports come out today and Fed said, oh, that shit about cap inflation. Yeah, because I trust you so much after telling me it was transitory. It was only going to last for a few months. Yeah, you're telling me it's going to cap at 8.5%. What are you going to tell me next month when it's 9 or the next month when it's 10? You know, hey, we're coming to 4th of July again. Is Joe going to tell us about, how to save our 4 cents on our 4th of July meal? I want to see that one, okay? You know, what's going to be on your 4th of July plate this year? Hey, here's your deep fried grasshoppers, guys. Happy 4th of July. This is what this inflation is doing. It's crippling the American public financially. I'm just dumbfounded. And I mean, fortunately, you've got a lot of people that are seeing this, primarily the Republicans. But, you know, guys, we all know the Democrat Party is tax and spend, tax and spend. They're loving this because this is a tax they don't have to pass in Congress. They just go, sorry, it's more inflation. Now, mind you this, and I'll remind everybody again on this. This was all the part of it, the $15 minimum wage. What happened when you raised everybody's wages like that? Everything got more expensive, right? Who's making more money? The stores aren't, regardless of what politicians will tell you, Elizabeth Warren and everything. Oh, they're profit hogs, blah, blah. That ain't true, okay? Who's making more money? The government. The state level, the county, wherever you're paying your sales tax, your income tax, your paycheck went up, your income tax rate went up, okay? You're paying more for groceries? Guess what? Provided your state charges sales tax on groceries, your taxes went up. So not only is your money going at a shorter distance, your taxes are going up on top of the inflation you're paying. The government is just collecting this money, guys. This is what people fail to realize. Say, for example, your state sales tax is 10%. Tennessee is pretty close, okay? But just to make the math easy. If it cost me $1 last year for a loaf of bread, I'd have to pay $1.10. Now, if it costs me $1.50 for that loaf of bread because of inflation, I have to pay $1.65, 10%. But the government now collected 15 cents in taxes rather than 10. Do you see what I'm saying? You're getting double taxed on this. This is how inflation is kicking us in the cojones. Keeping it clean, all right? Guys, this is a savings account at this point. You know, everybody complain all the time. I don't get paid anything for having my money in the bank. No, you don't, all right? You're getting paid a lot better by having your money stocked in food, stocked in ammunition, stocked in sewing thread, whatever it would be, because it all is going to get more expensive. You know how you know that inflation is going to continue to go up? Take a look at what precious metals are doing today, okay? Gold is up 1.5%. Silver's up more than 3%. Why are those up so much? Because the markets figure inflation is going to continue to go up. contrary to what the Fed tells you. Yeah. Figure out what to get what you need now and put it back. That's all I can tell you. Have a good one. See you tonight. Pinball out.